Alright, hey guys, how's it going? So today I'm going to show you how to make Mumbo's TNT duper flying machine, his auto-digger that he made for his witch farm, to build his witch farm, I should say. So it's fairly simple. It looks a lot more complicated than it actually is. But I'll just show you how it works so you can see. So we'll go ahead and power the return observer, or the starting observer. So you just put a block there to start it. It does not dupe TNT on the way back, which is fine. It's basically just a layering of TNT. But it works pretty well. Works good as a carpet bomber and auto digger. You kind of just turn it on and go AFK. So yeah, we'll go ahead and I'll explain why we built it all like this and what all the floating blocks are for. So let's go ahead and just start. Let's go ahead and build it right here. So we're going to start first by just building up. Doesn't really matter how high, as long as it's high enough to where the machine doesn't blow itself up. Alright, so the first thing we are going to start with is an L. I'm assuming you guys already know how to make TNT dupers, but in case you don't, this is step 1. So an L with a wall at the end. So looking at it with the wall facing left, you're going to go behind the wall, make another L, and it should look like that. That's what it should look like. So your next step is going to be actually placing the TNT and your coral. So what happens is, so what's actually happening whenever you are duping TNT is you are technically you're pushing the TNT into the coral. The game thinks you are, but you're actually not. You're just pushing it all forward. And there's your TNT duper. So pretty simple stuff. So now we're going to move on to the flying machine. So we're going to go ahead and get rid of these 3 items and put these 3 in our inventory. Because once we get the TNT duper, we no longer need the coral, the TNT, or the wall. So on top of the piston, we're going to go up 2 with slimes. And then put a piston facing into the slimes above the TNT duper. And then I like to make the other side on the right hand side of the machine. So there we go. That's the flying machine. Put the observers with the redstone poles facing towards the pistons so they can be powered. And the last bit is you want to put an observer here to actually power the bottom half of your TNT duper. Alright. So whenever you don't have to have them all together when you start it, like I just did, but it does help. So now we're going to start making the docking stations. So it's important to make the first TNT duper flying machine so that you can make the docking station a lot easier. So we're going to start off by putting a block there to separate the flying machine from the TNT duper. We're going to come back, let's say 4 blocks. And make a T and place your observer there. And then for the docking station, what you're going to be doing is placing 2 repeaters here, redstone dust at the end with an obsidian block. So what happens with that is this observer here flies into the docking station and activates this observer, which sends a redstone signal through this obsidian block to this piece of redstone, and puts it through to the repeaters, and this repeater pings the observer here as such, like this, like that. So there's your home station. Pretty easy. But you want to make sure that you have this block here to separate the flying machine from the TNT duper, because if you do not, when it gets to the home station, it will break. I'm not sure why it breaks. I think it's because it's too heavy to push forward. Honestly, I don't know why it doesn't work, but you have to separate it. So we'll go ahead and make our return station. So we'll just go out of hand. Let's say that's good. So this one doesn't matter. This is your, it can be any distance away as long as it's symmetrical and it lines up. So we'll go ahead and make it just a little bit further away than we need to. And we'll go ahead and just make a second home station. And there we go. That's the home station done. And we want to come down here. And we want that block there, because it will interact with the fence and keep the whole thing together at the end. Because if it's not together, when you return it, it leaves the TNT duper here at the end, comes back and grabs it then. So it only would strafe, actually do TNT strafes every other pass, and you don't want that to happen. So I'm just going to go ahead and just double check I did that right. Did I? Let's see. 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Don't think I did that right. Yep, it needs to be back one more. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Yep. Okay. So this will work flawlessly, I hope. So we'll go ahead and activate it. So here we go. So as you can see, it separates from the TNT duper and then goes to the return station. I'll delete that so it doesn't keep going. Yep. And so if this block wasn't here, it would have left the TNT duper there. Would have left the TNT duper there, gone back, returned, and then grabbed it, brought it back, put it back. So that's it. Pretty simple. Good night.